Yeah, time is a motherfucker. Time is something that you can't deny. It'll always come and pass. Time is something that nobody could let go. It's something that just grab you. You know, over time, I used to think that everything was gonna be okay. Nothing was gonna matter. You know, for some reason, I always thought I'd be straight. I always thought that I was gonna ball, and no matter what, I was gonna be all right. But I realized that ain't no being all right in this world. This world is really hectic. If you don't do what you gotta do, you might get hurt. So yeah, even though the picture is different, this story is gonna be about one of my friends. His name Dizzy. I know him from way back, you know, way back. Dude was really cool in a sense. When I first met him, he was with Scooby Doo. Scooby Doo, another one of my friends. He was like my cousin because my uncle married his mama, you know. And I think his real father was actually my cousin, so he like my cousin. So I met Dizzy through Scooby Doo. Scooby Doo was, I don't know, he was probably about 15. I think Dizzy was about like a year older than me or something. Schools might be like a year older than me too. I want to say me and School's the same age. Dizzy older than us. Yeah. So Dizzy might have been about 16. So Dizzy walked with Scooby Doo. My first time ever seeing this dude. He walked with Scooby Doo on Plaquemine Street. We all lived in Plaquemine, Louisiana. So you got to think about how Plaquemine Street built. It's just a regular street. It's like a unwritten on street. Like the street goes straight from the bayou all the way to the train tracks. Then you go across the train tracks and it leads all the way to the levee. So it go from, you could say, the back of the town all the way to like the edge of the water. So we used to hang like in the middle part where the business is at. But there's number homes on Plaquemine Street. But you know, like if you go Plaquemine Street, run straight. They got side streets that go off Plaquemine Street, and they got Court Street. It runs straight. So we hang by the welfare office parking lot, which is on Plaquemine Street. Well, really, it's on Court Street. Court Street behind it is, see, the welfare office. It got the welfare office. Then it got this place that used to be like a thrift store or some shit. They used to give shit away. And then they got this lawyer's office on the corner. So we really hang on the lawyer's office corner. Ain't nobody else, ain't no other businesses on that corner but that lawyer's office. The lawyer's office, and it's just houses around it. I don't know why they decided to put the lawyer's office in the middle of the neighborhood, but they did. So I think Dizzy was staying on Carroll Street, if I ain't mistaken. He was staying on Carroll Street. I got a lot of history with Carroll Street because one of my partners got killed by a dude that stayed on Carroll Street. They used to stay at the bottom of Carroll Street. Carroll Street ain't that long. It's like maybe about, I want to say 5 houses on Carroll Street. And across the street, they got like 2 houses, and on the corner is the place where they changed it a lot. It'd been all types of shit. It'd been like a tire place, and the motherfucker was like a food place. You know, it'd been a lot of shit. But Carroll Street, I just don't like Carroll Street. As small as it is, I just don't like that street. But Dizzy come from off that street. But originally, he from the other side of town. I'll get into that later. So he came up there with Scooby Doo. I ain't think nothing of him. But I know the people that we hang with, you gotta realize we young. We fix bikes. We all hang in one area of the town. So the other side of the town, they got their little gang. They don't like us. So there's more of them on the other side of the town because they side of the town is really big. Like they side of the town go from where I was in. I was truly in on like I want to say Merriam Street. Like, see, they got Plaquemine Street, they got Main Street, they got Plaquemine Street, and they got Court Street. They all run the same way. Merriam Street run the same way. Then you got WW Hollow. So from WW Hollow all the way to the highway, and all the way back to the King's Sub and to the levee, that's the other side of town. So they got it. They got like the biggest area, you know. So we don't go back there. So anybody who hang in our area, they mark, you know. That's it. Like you can't go back there. These dudes gonna jump on you. If you do, you might not make it back. So Dizzy, I guess he had made his choice. He about to hang with us. He come up there with Scooby Doo. So when he walk up there with Scooby Doo, the first thing you see is the vultures. I know the vultures. You know, my nigga Sid Dog, you know what I'm saying? I shouldn't be naming names, but you know, like my dogs, you know? It's all gonna be like nicknames and stuff. So they see him. They own him. Like they own him instantly. We don't know who this dude is with Scooby-Doo. He dark. He a black dude, skinny. He don't look like he with that, you know, he just with Scoobs for some reason. Scoobs short, you know, red dude. Most of the people that be with Scoobs, some of them respected if they already got a name, but, you know, 9 times out of 10, it's just old flunky Scooby-Doo to foul. So, nigga punch him. Nigga punched the man, tell him to take off his shoes. This is my first time ever seeing this dude. Dude got his shoes taken from him. Like, got his shoes taken from him. Got beat up and got his shoes taken. And went around the street. Now, I can't really depict, you know, how fucking funny that shit is. But it's a lot of dudes out there. Like, I could say we hung with, at our height, when we had everybody out there, I could say we probably was like 35 to 36 deep. Maybe even more. Because I remember one time we counted, and we was in the 30s, you know? I can't recollect because I'm in my 30s right now. I'm 36. So this is a while back. You know, I'm talking about some shit that happened when I was, 15? So, yeah, it's like 21 years ago, but I can remember it a little bit. I can give you what I can remember. I can remember most of it. So, the next day, dude come back. I ain't expect him to come back, but you know where he stay at. He stay on Carroll Street. Dude come back. I couldn't believe this dude came back. Dude came back. Somehow, some way, something happened. He was sitting on my partner, black porch, and, you know, we still the vultures, you know what I'm saying? We still the vultures. But I don't know what happened, how it happened, why it happened. I know Sid Dog got him. Then me and Mike jumped him. Mike said he was doing something. Blase. Mike, my dog. You know, we all ran together. We jumped him. We jumped him out there. I don't know why we jumped him. And then he come back. And I think None Boy and them got him. None Boy and them got him in the alley behind the welfare office. In that drift store thing. They got like an alley back there. You can walk back there. And we was back there doing something, like, might have been back there smoking, drinking and shit. And they just bucked None Boy up to get him. I ain't gonna say Nunny ain't hard, but Nunny he ain't like that, you know. But None Boy got him. I can't say Nunny ain't like that, you know. A lot of people you hang with, they be gangster in their own ways, you know. But I've been out there head first, you know. Front line type. So I ain't gonna say None Boy ain't like that, but if another man could buck you up to fight another man, but nobody knew. This dude Dizzy got one eye. The man blind in one eye. Like, for a handicapped man. He wasn't a man at that time. He was like 16. He older than us. Well, he older than me. None Boy my age. So, yeah, he older than me, Schools and None. And he ain't older than Sid Dog. Tweez, he might be older than Tweez, but nah, I don't think he older than Tweez, because Tweez like way older than me. So, yeah, he ain't older than Tweez. So this dude really has some balls. Like, this dude has some fucking monster nuts to just keep coming back after all that. You know what I'm saying? And it just went on from there, you know? After a while, he'll just come up there and nobody was on that. Nobody was tripping like that, you know? Started like nighttime, hanging, We ain't know he was getting a check, so my dog John, bless his soul, he used to meet up with Joan. We had like this abandoned house on Union Street that we used to go in. We cleaned up this one room in this abandoned house. See, on Court Street is like Union Street is one of them side streets. Like right around from there is Court Street. So you got Court Street, and Court Street got the store. So the store on Court Street, you know what I'm saying? You just how can I put this, man? The store on Court Street is so close to where we was at. So we cleaned out the abandoned house, the room. We cleaned out like one room, you know, and we put couches in there because the house had couches and stuff already just around there. So we put 2 couches on the side. So when it rained, we could duck off in there, you know, or when we just like we used to have women come through there. So you wanted somewhere to just do your thing at. And we just did our thing in there a couple of times. Some people have stayed the night in that thing, you know, with some chicks or whatever. So John and fucking Dizzy used to hook up on the first with that money. They go get like ounces. This wasn't like when the weed was in these grams and shit. I'm from Louisiana. Shit ain't always been like that, you know? Well, I'm coming closer and closer to the end. So if you give me a couple of thumbs up, let me know how you feel about this video and this audio. I give you the rest. You know, subscribe.